My name is Neil Watson. I'm a British journalist based here in London, and I'm actually speaking to you today outside the Iranian Embassy in London. In fact, I'm on the other side of the road from the Iranian Embassy in London because it's considered too dangerous to actually have this silent, peaceful protest directly outside the door of the Iranian Embassy. Now, I'm standing between two very brave South Azerbaijani activists here, and they have their mouths taped for two reasons. Firstly, they are not allowed to actually use their own language in their own country. They're not allowed to be taught in their own language. And that is against their human rights to actually express themselves, to teach their children in their own language. But also because they're on a 24-hour hunger strike in solidarity with some of their compatriots, and in fact two of these are actually on the 34th day of a hunger strike in one of the major prisons in Iran. And indeed many Azerbaijani activists in Iran have been on a similar kind of hunger strike in recent times. Now, these two gentlemen are members of the Liberty for South Azerbaijan group, and Tahir Nagavi is a lawyer, a human rights defender and an Azerbaijani activist, and Vedat Asadi, who's a dedicated South Azerbaijani activist. Both of them have been denied their basic rights in jail. That includes contact with their families, and in fact their lives are in serious risk. We know that Iran uses the highest use of the death penalty per capita anywhere in the world. Now, inside Iran, repression is so severe that even family members and supporters who gathered peacefully near Evin prison have been arrested. Despite this, many activists are continuing their resistance through home-based hunger strikes and social media campaigns. In London, by this protest, we are amplifying their initiative publicly in front of the Iranian embassy because the truth must not be hidden. South Azerbaijani activists are routinely imprisoned because of their ethnicity. Normally 10 to 50 are held at any one time, but hundreds are facing arbitrary legal restrictions and gagging orders. Currently, around 20 South Azerbaijani activists are being held in Evin prison, including 17 arrested in coordinated raids between the 5th and 7th of February 2024 across Urmia, Ardabil and Tabriz. From the start, this crackdown showed political motives. Activists were being threatened with the death penalty, then pressurized to accept fabricating spying charges, such as propaganda against Iran. Many believe this was in retaliation when Iran was defeated in its geopolitical dreams in the South Caucasus in autumn 2023, which had exposed the weakness of its imperialist policies. South Azerbaijanis have spoken openly about this failure, and that's prompted a harsh response. Naturally, none of the activists have accepted the charges, and that's left the authorities unable to prove their case. Instead, to save face, the regime issued 100 years, a century of prison sentences across 16 activists.